I have just rewatched all season of Stranger Things before the finale season, so you don't have to. I'm gonna explain all major events and detail in this video you guys need to know before season 5. Let's start with the season 1. Our story begins in November 1983 when a 12-year-old Will Byers vanished without a trace after a night of Dungeons and Dragons with his friends. While the town searched desperately for Will, his mother Joy starts receiving cryptic messages through Christmas lights, convinced her son is trying to communicate from somewhere. Then, 11 enters into the scene, a mysterious girl with incredible telekinetic powers who escaped from the nearby Hawkins National Laboratory. She crosses paths with Will's friend Mike, Dustin, and Lucas and agrees to help them find their missing friend. But Elle isn't just any runaway. She is the product of disturbing government experiments led by Dr. Martin Brenner. As the boys hide Eleven and search for Will, we meet Nancy Wheeler, Mike's older sister, whose friend Bob mysteriously disappeared during a party. Nancy and Will's brother Jonathan Byers team up to investigate, uncovering something terrifying: a parallel dimension called the Upside Down, a dark, decaying mirror of our world inhabited by predatory creatures they call the Demogorgon. Chief Jim Hopper, the town's troubled police chief, uncovers the government conspiracy and discovers the truth. Hawkins' lab opened a gate to the Upside Down during the experiment with Eleven. Will has been trapped there all along, haunted by Demogorgons. In an epic showdown, Eleven uses her powers to destroy the Demogorgon but vanish in the process. Will is rescued from the Upside Down, but he is not quite the same. He is experiencing visions of the dark world. And that's how season 1 ended. Coming to the season 2, the story starts after 1 year. It's Halloween 1984 and Hawkins seems back to normal, but Will's connection to the Upside Down grows stronger. He experiencing vivid episode where he sees a massive shadow creature, something the kids call the Mind Flayer, named after a D&D monster. Meanwhile, Eleven is alive. Hopper has been hiding her in a remote cabin, keeping her safe from the government agents still searching for her. But Elle is restless and desperate to reconnect with Mike. A new threat emerges. The Mind Flayer is using Will as a spy, seeing through his eyes to locate the gate. Possessed by this shadow monster, Will becomes a danger to everyone around him. The government, now led by the shady Dr. Owens, realize the Upside Down is spreading. A network of tunnels is growing beneath Hawkins like a virus. New faces join the fight. Max Mayfield, a tough arcade champion who catches the boys' attention. We also meet Bob Newby, Joy's sweet boyfriend, who tragically becomes a hero, sacrificing himself to save the group during a Demogorgon attack at Hawkins' lab. The gang develop a plan. They need to close the gate while simultaneously exorcising the Mind Flayer from Will's body. In a heart-wrenching scene, Joyce and Jonathan use heat to drive the shadow creature out of Will. Return to Hawkins. Using every ounce of her strength, she closes the gate to the Upside Down. The Mind Flayer is expelled, Will is freed, and Hawkins is safe. The season ends at the snowball dance, but an ominous shot reveals the Mind Flayer still looming over the Upside Down, watching Hawkins from the other side. Coming to season 3, summer 1985 brings the grand opening of Starcourt Mall, which is destroying Hawkins' local businesses. Aliens are in Hawkins and they have built a secret base under the mall to reopen the gate to the Upside Down using a massive machines. Dustin intercepts a coded transmission and he teams up with Steve Harrington and his co-worker Robin, along with Erica Sinclair to investigate. Meanwhile, the Mind Flayer isn't gone. It's been building an army by flaying Hawkins' residents. Mac's brother Billy becomes the Mind Flayer's primary host, leading the campaign of body snatching. Relationships are tested. Mike and Eleven navigate their first relationship struggles. Nancy and Jonathan work together at Hawkins' post, and Harper deals with Al growing up while developing feelings for Joyce. When Joyce magnets start failing, she and Hopper investigate, uncovering the operation, the plot and the Mind Flayer's plan collide at Starcourt Mall in an explosive finale. While Steve, Robin, Dustin and Erica are captured and tortured by Russian, Eleven battles with the Mind Flayer's monstrous form, losing her powers in process. Billy, in a moment of redemption, sacrifices himself to save Eleven and the others, and breaking free from the Mind Flayer's control. Hopper and Joyce infiltrate the Russians' base. Joyce must turn the keys to destroy the machine, which will close the gate but trap Hopper in explosion. In an emotionally devastating ending, Hopper apparently dies, the gate closes and the Mind Flayer's physical form is destroyed. 3 months later, the Byers family, including Eleven, leaves Hawkins for a fresh start. But a mid-credit scene reveals Russians have captured the American, hinting that Hopper might still be alive. Coming to season 4, 6 months later, in spring 1986, the gang is scattered. Eleven, now powerless, living in California with the Byers and struggles with bullying. In Hawkins, a new horror emerges. Teenagers are dying in a brutal supernatural ways. Then the main villain Vecna enters, who has been controlling all Demogorgons, a terrifying humanoid creature from the Upside Down who's cursing and killing Hawkins' high students. Eddie Munson, leader of the Hellfire Club, witnesses the first death and became the town's scapegoat, accused of murder. Max, still grieving Billy's death and suffering from depression, becomes Vecna's next target. As the Hawkins crew investigates, Vecna selects victims with trauma and guilt, pulling them into nightmare visions before killing them. Max narrowly escapes death when her friends play her favorite song, breaking Vecna's curse. Music creates a lifeline back to reality. In Russia, Hopper is alive. He has been imprisoned in a brutal Soviet camp. Joyce and Murray mount a daring rescue mission, battling Demogorgons and Russian soldiers to free him. The shocking truth emerges. Vecna is Henry Creel, the first child Brenner experimented on, who possessed powers even before 11. Years ago, young Henry murdered his family. 11, as a child, fought Henry in the lab and unknowingly banished him to the Upside Down, where he became Vecna. He has been organizing everything, the original gate opening, the Mind Flayer's attacks, all part of his plan to merge the Upside Down with our world. Nancy, Steve, Robin and Eddie journey into the Upside Down to kill Vecna while he is vulnerable during his attacks. In California, Eleven works with Dr. Owens and Dr. Brenner to regain her powers through psychological experiments that force her to relive her traumatic past. The finale is epic and heartbreaking. Eddie heroically sacrificed himself, Demobats, to buy time. Eleven's power restored, battles Vecna mentally while her friends attack him physically, but Vecna succeeded in killing Max. Eleven uses her powers to restart Max's heart, saving her life, but Max remains in a coma. Though Vecna isn't dead, his plan succeeded. 4 deaths create 4 gates that tear through Hawkins, converging in a massive rift. The Upside Down begins bleeding into real world, with ash falling like snow and strange red lighting scaring the sky. Hawkins becomes ground zero for an interdimensional apocalypse, and our heroes prepare for the final battle. And that's where we stand. Hawkins torn apart, Max in coma, Eddie gone, and Vecna still alive, plotting his endgame from the Upside Down. The gate is wider than ever and our heroes face their most dangerous challenge yet. Which is your favorite season? What are your predictions for the finale? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the recap, smash the like button and subscribe Flick Realm for more videos like this.